Hi there, how you doing? It's Wednesday the 7th of May, my name is Colin, and this is Colin Has a Lot of Free Time to Bake.
I've got a cake to bake, I've got no clue at all. I've got a cake to bake, I haven't done that before.
I've already baked a cake today. It was a vegan carrot cake with vegan frosting. Some of you may want to watch the video here, or continue watching this one now. My second bake today, or my B-side bake, is a Latvian honey cake, which is dedicated to the Latvian pop group who's fought so hard to get through on Eurovision, but sadly did not make it. Their wonderful tune, which they had entered into Eurovision, is called Cake to Bake. So thus, my cake to bake today is a Latvian cake, just for you guys. What do we need? Ingredients. Ta-da! Preheat that oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. So you need to put 3 eggs, 1, 2, 3, in the bowl. Once again, the measurements are in US standards, so again I'll be using my cup which has American measurements on. So I have to use 2 cups of plain flour and 1 cup of honey.
But today, I've got a cake to bake, I've got no clue at all. I've got a cake to bake, I haven't done that.
1 cup of honey actually works out to be 340 grams, which is about the same size as a normal jar from a supermarket. That worked out alright. 2 teaspoons of baking soda, which is bicarbonate of soda. I finally bought some, but it's a good job too because I'm supposed to spread the mixture onto 5 9 by 13 inches sheets and then put on a baking tray and put in the oven. After a lot of failed attempts at trying to tear the paper the right size, I just used scissors. So each parchment paper is supposed to get 3 to 4 tablespoons each, thinly spread over the paper. I used 4 tablespoons for one of them, so I presume that's going to be the same. It says there's enough for 5 thin layers, which is true, I just think there's going to be a little bit more available. Each of the sheets takes 2 to 3 minutes in the oven, so I'm just putting this one in as a test to see how it works out. Oh, wow, okay, right, yeah, so that's cooked, cool. Leaving this one to cool down and putting the other ones in and just see how it goes. It's a lot more fiddly than I thought it would be, but you know, onward. There's enough mixture left, I'm just going to make another layer because, you know, these look alright. I just used up all the batter that was left, so I've ended up with 7 layers, all of them look alright, and now I have to make the topping or frosting or whatever it's called. So for the filling, you need 2 16-ounce containers of soured cream, which worked out to be about 450 grams, and then a cup of sugar and a cup of walnuts. So add your 1 cup sugar in with your soured cream and mix it all together. I've got to put one of these upside down, well with the parchment paper up, onto the baking tray and then peel it off. Let's see. No tears yet. Oh no, we've got our first tear. Okay, so we'll just keep going. Turns out it wasn't a tear, it was just where the baking paper hadn't stuck to the cake for once. But yeah, okay, we've done one. I've now to smooth the filling over and then add the walnuts. I've now added the walnuts and then I get to do it all over again with a new layer. So this side down and then peel off. That's layer 2 done and now I've got to do layers 3, 4, 5 and 6. I'm just going to go quickly, quickly, quickly. Magic, 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 magic. Ta-da! And now I'm supposed to cover it and then refrigerate it overnight.
Mix some dough, add some love, let it bake, wait for it. Mix some dough, add some love, let it bake, wait for it. Mix some dough, add some love, let it bake, have some cake. Mix some dough, add some love, let it bake.
So it's Thursday, which means it's time to take my cake out of the fridge. Well, not just because it's Thursday, but because it's the next day, because I cooked it on Wednesday, which was yesterday. Ooh, it's a tense moment, everybody. There's my frosting from last week. Looks lovely. Bet it tastes wonderful. Here we go. Ta-da! Right, so I've put it on some greaseproof paper on top of a chopping board because I have to cut off the edges to make it look pretty and even. That I'm gonna do it with magic. All together now. Ta-da! Thanks, guys. It's looking pretty tasty, kind of like some sort of weird cake omelette, but obviously not omelette in the slightest. Gonna do a taste test with one of the edges that I cut off because the actual cake itself is going to be used for a Eurovision party I'm going to on Saturday. Here goes! That's really good. Yay! Successful! I have made a successful cake, unlike my carrot cake the other day, which, yeah, wasn't fit for human consumption. So, I guess that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining. Feel free to subscribe to my videos. You'll see some of my successful and not so successful bakes in my previous episodes. I'm Colin, and this is Colin Has a Lot of Free Time to Bake. There's only one thing for it. Sing us out!
We've got a cake to bake and got no clue at all. We've got a cake to bake and haven't done that before. Don't be proud, mate, please don't bother. Go, come on and ask your mother how to bake, how to bake.